Welcome to the 2025 Chancellor Staff Excellence Award podcast. I'm your host, Keith Miller. Today, we're talking with someone who has transformed how the library communicates its work, Heather Murphy. Heather Murphy is the library's Chief Communications Officer and a 2025 Chancellor Staff Excellence Award recipient. From building award-winning campaigns to developing tools and resources that help library units stay consistent and accessible.
My name is Heather Murphy, a Chancellor Staff Excellence Award winner, and I am an Illinois professional.
Heather has strengthened how the library shares its services, programs, and impact.
So thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you being here.
Sure, thank you for having me.
So first, can you start by introducing yourself? Tell us how long you've been at the university and what your role is here.
Sure. Well, my name is Heather Murphy, and I'm the Chief Communications Officer at the University Library. And let's see, I started in 2008, and my 17th work anniversary will be coming up at Thanksgiving. So that's pretty exciting.
Congratulations. Will you walk through what a typical day-to-day looks like in your role?
Every day is very different. I joke with my kids about being a professional emailer because that's what I feel like I do all day long. But in actuality, it varies. I could be helping a film crew on a shoot. I could be making wayfinding signage for our library spaces, writing up an announcement about an acquisition.
Yeah.
In fact, I was lucky enough to be in the library when our Sir Isaac Newton manuscript came in, and it was surreal because I don't know what I expected, but it came in this wooden box and under layers and layers of styrofoam peanuts and, wrapped in bubble wrap and all sorts of things. I guess I maybe expected it was going to be in one of those cases that gets briefcase or handcuffed to the president. But it turned out that, after all of this unburying, it was just these pieces of paper from the 17th century with handwriting, and it was amazing. It was surreal.
So cool. That's so awesome. Yeah. So do you have a lot of rare books there at the library?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, I know you have a whole section dedicated to it, correct? Yeah.
We have a whole library dedicated to rare books and manuscripts. And in fact, all of the rare books are in a vault currently. So it's fingerprint access. It's very guarded, temperature controlled, humidity regulated. And we will actually be moving all of our archives and special collections into a new building in 2027. So we're really excited about that.
That is amazing. That's really cool. Can you hint on where that new building will be? Is it top secret?
Oh, it's not top secret. There's actually,
There's probably a lot of coverage on it that I just went completely over my head.
You can see construction happening. It's actually the former undergraduate library building.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yep. So you've probably passed it and seen the cranes. There's a lot of activity on the site right now. I think they are at about 19% completion. So.
Yeah. Wow.
Yep.
When's the end date for that?
Well, we hope it's fall of 2027.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. Okay, let's jump back to you. Sorry, I got off on a tangent.
No,
there.
That's okay. It's exciting.
Yeah, it is. It is. So how do you think that your job relates to the overall mission at the university?
Oh, well, as a communicator, our job is to tell the story, right? I think that we get to take all the wonderful ways in which the library is contributing to our mission, our university mission, and we get to brag. So I think we're a key part of that process.
Yeah, for sure. So in your write-up in the News Bureau for the Chancellor Staff Excellence Award, it mentioned accessibility. There's a huge focus for accessibility, especially on campus. Why do you think accessibility is important in the work that you do, and how do you put that into practice?
Oh, accessibility is very important to the library. We are always saying we provide unfettered access to information, and it's true in everything that we do. As a communicator, I try and make sure that the documents that we're sharing, the materials that we're sharing are accessible.
Yeah.
Color contrast, that they can be read by screen readers.
Exactly.
With people that have low visibility. And also, we also make sure that alt text is in social media posts, and we're captioning video content, everything to make sure that everyone has access to it.
Yeah, especially, talking about the library and how much media and books are. I'm sure there's a vast amount of stuff that needs to be made accessible. So I'm sure that's a huge task. So you've been here, you said you started in 2008, which means you've probably led a lot of communications through some big moments. How do you approach communicating during crises or times of change?
Oh, I don't pretend to know it all.
Yeah.
It's very cliche, but it takes a village for sure. Right. And I am always a strong believer in reaching out and connecting with my colleagues when there are things happening and I'm not really quite sure how to handle that or approach that.
Right.
Always my first step is to go to campus strategic communications and marketing.
Oh, yeah.
Because those folks are rock stars. And they always provide great guidance. And so it really is, I'm just not relying on myself, that is for sure.
Yeah. It takes a village, for sure. I'm interested. So you work at the library. Do you have a personal interest in books and reading? Is that a hobby of yours?
For sure. I would have to say, yes, I love reading. I love everything books. And it's quite funny because I actually didn't start my love for books until my kids were born.
Yeah.
And taking them to the library and going to check out board books for them and reading to them on the floor, that was a big game changer for me. And to see them discovering through reading. And then when I got the job at the university library, I just realized how little I knew as a student coming here, because I graduated from U of I many years ago. I won't say how long ago it was. But I would pass through the main library, but I would never, it was just point A to point B. I never explored. So when I found out that there were libraries, departmental libraries dedicated to rare books and manuscripts, archives, communications, chemistry, I mean, you name it, we have a library for it.
Yeah.
And so it just opened my eyes as to how important libraries are. And so, you will actually catch me reading when I'm not working because it's just become a huge part of who I am.
That's great. That's really nice. Take us back. How did you actually get to your role?
Oh gosh. Well, it's been a hot minute. So I was actually, after I graduated here, I had an advertising degree at that time. Yeah. And I just landed some marketing and communications jobs out of school. And so I stayed in the area, and I was floating between a corporate organization, a nonprofit organization, and I saw this listing for the university, and it was almost, I tell everyone this story, and they're like, for whatever. It was tailor written for me. That's what I felt like. I said, this is everything I've been doing and everything I want to do in the future. So I applied, and here I am. So it's turned out to be one of the best decisions I've ever made.
That's awesome. That's great. Will you tell us about a day or a moment even that you were most proud to be an Illinois professional, a day that really stands out or a time that really stands out?
Well, I'm going to sound cliche again, but literally I could pinch myself every day. I love working here. I'm reminded on my walk into work every morning when I pass students who are here getting their education, just how important my job is. All of our collective jobs are, because these students are going to go out in the world and they're going to change it.
Exactly.
And we play a small part in that machine, if you will, in them doing that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Huge impact. Definitely.
Yeah. Especially at graduation. Like that's
seeing them.
Yeah. That is probably the pinnacle moment when you're like, wow, we really make a difference here.
Yep.
And they're flying the nest, they're going
Yep.
off, and we helped prepare them.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's great to see.
Well, and it's funny to say too, being at the library, we're not a degree granting unit, right?
Yeah.
You don't graduate from a library,
Right.
but you don't graduate without one.
Yes, exactly.
That's what we like to say.
Yeah. All those resources in between.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's great. And you guys offer so many services and things there as resources for the students that is next level for a library. Just have to say that. Yeah, it's really great.
We're more than just books. I
Yeah.
mean, people seem to think it's just a brick and mortar building with
Right.
books inside, but they don't realize that, we have loanable technology and all these resources for media production and and the study spaces themselves
Yeah,
are
we're modern. If
really
you go in there and look around.
We
it's
are
amazing.
filled to capacity in the main library.
Yeah.
We can't offer enough
Yeah,
study
right.
spaces and seats. They're in demand.
Yes. Yes. Do you have a specific project, campaign, or initiative that you supported that surprised you with its impact?
Oh, the pandemic for sure.
Yeah.
It was a really interesting time. It was a scary time. And I think that working through the pandemic, I was surprised at how impactful and appreciative communications were. We connected with our staff every week. There were regular emails that provided information and consistency.
Yeah.
Like during a period where there was a lot of stress and uncertainty. So that was really a profound moment
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Can you talk a little bit about why mentoring and staff development matters to you?
Oh wow! So when I started in 2008, I was more on the end of the spectrum where I needed the mentoring and I craved the mentoring and professional development. And don't get me wrong, I still do value that very much. But I think as my role has evolved, and I've also taken on a management role where I
Yeah.
have 2 full-time permanent employees now.
Yeah.
They are young rock stars that they make me look good on the daily. They're
That's great.
amazing. And they are they're like sponges, and
Yeah.
they really value that feedback and mentoring. And I love to provide it. I love to be in that role
Right.
that I can actually pass along some of the things I've learned along the way to them, and to give them the opportunity to develop themselves is super important. Now that's a priority to me rather than the other way around.
Yeah, that's wonderful. So I just want to say congratulations on winning the Chancellor Staff Excellence Award.
Thank you.
That's why we're here today.
Thank you.
Can you take me back to how you found out that you were actually nominated for the CSEA Award, and what does that mean to you?
Oh, wow. We have a very strong professional development and recognition program at the library.
Yeah.
So I had been nominated for an internal award and was very honored to win that. I was blown away to win that, for one, because that's your colleagues that are nominating and getting you to that point, right? And then when I knew that I would be put forward for the Chancellor's Award, I thought, oh, that's amazing, right? But I never expected. I mean, I thought it was a long shot given all the crazy talented people on this campus,
Right,
to
yeah.
be honest.
Yeah.
And so getting that letter I felt like all of the things that I had worked for and done over these past 16 years, I mean, I felt seen.
Yeah.
And it was such an honor to be in a room with all the other awardees and to be VIP treated for an evening.
Yeah.
And just all the accolades from colleagues and people across campus that I've worked with and partnered with. And it almost feels overwhelming.
Yeah.
But in a good way.
Yeah, that's great. Well, you definitely deserved it, and I want to thank you for taking the time out of your day and spending it with me. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
You have a good one.
You too.
Thank you for listening to this episode of The Illinois Professional. If interested in nominating somebody for a Campus Staff Award, there's a link in the description for more information. And be sure to follow @IllinoisHR for inspirational and informational posts.